Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On a recent trip, I decided to swing by a few Walmarts in the area. Just to see what was on the shelves. And jackpot. I came across 3 of the 5 new figures from Wave 2 of the McFarlane DC Super Friends line. The Flash, Captain Cold, and Cheetah. That's 3 down, 2 to go. Still hunting for Superman and Toyman. No luck yet. The thrill of the chase is real, and once I track them down, you can bet they'll get the full unboxing treatment. Until then, the shelf's got a couple of empty spots, and my collector OCD, it is twitching. While we're talking waves, it looks like Wave 3 has been announced, and I've got to say, 3 of the 6 are absolute winners. We're getting Aquaman, Brainiac, and the Wonder Twins. Aquaman and Brainiac are 2 of my personal favorites, and it's awesome to see Zan and Jaina finally joining the roster. Interestingly, it looks like the Wonder Twins are going to be sold individually rather than as a 2-pack. That's a bit of a surprise, but hey, more figures, more fun, and more chances to fill out that Super Friends shelf. We've got to pause for a second and talk about the other 2 figures in Wave 3. First up, Bizarro. Yes, we need him. He's a core member of the Legion of Doom, and his backwards logic and twisted Superman look make him a must-have for any Super Friends shelf. He's weird, he's iconic, and he brings that chaotic energy the Legion of Doom thrives on. Then, Bizarro Batman. Look, I'm all for variants when they serve a purpose. In Wave 1, we got the backwards world Batman all in his red outfit, and that was cool. A variant of a variant of a variant. It's the same buck, same cape, it's just got a new head sculpt and paint job that screams alternate universe clearance aisle. It feels like Todd reached into his parts bin and said, yeah, give him another Batman. It's hard not to feel like this one's a filler figure, especially when we're still waiting on core characters like Wonder Woman and Robin. And hey, if we're getting deep cuts, I'll say it again. Give us Apache Chief. Give us Black Vulcan. Give us Samurai. Heck, give us El Dorado. Give us something that hasn't already been repainted 6 times. If Bizarro Batman ends up being the chase figure, and with 6 figures in Wave 3, that's looking likely, I'll be hunting him down like the rest. Just maybe not with the same level of excitement as I have for Aquaman or Brainiac. The packaging is the same as we've seen before, bright, bold, and consistent with the line's retro cartoon aesthetic. It's got that classic Saturday morning vibe with clean character art, vibrant colors, and the Super Friends logo front and center. For collectors who display in box, it's a shelf standout. For those of us who rip them open, guilty, it still feels like opening a mini time capsule. Honestly, it's the kind of packaging that makes you hesitate for a second before tearing into it. Just long enough to admire the presentation, snap a photo, and then dive in like it's Christmas morning. Let's talk accessories. Cheetah comes with the Legion of Doom communicator, and that's it. Just the communicator. It's a nice sculpt, fits snugly in her hands, and keeps her visually aligned with the rest of the Legion of Doom crew. But for a character as agile and feral as Cheetah, it feels like a missed opportunity. I get it. These are simpler figures. And I'm really not complaining about the accessories that we're getting. I'm just saying. Give us a little more. Number 2 is Captain Cold. He comes equipped with his signature freeze ray and, you guessed it, a Legion of Doom communicator, keeping him in line with the rest of the villainous crew. The freeze ray itself is nicely sculpted. It's chunky, retro-futuristic, and painted in a metallic red that gives it some visual pop. Here's the kicker though. He's got a holster molded onto his belt, which at first glance looks like it's meant to store the freeze ray. Except it doesn't. It's purely decorative. It's one of those classic McFarlane quirks. The sculpt suggests functionality, but the execution leaves you improvising. Third up, the Flash. He comes packed with his Justice League communicator, keeping the accessories theme consistent across the heroes in the line. It's a small but iconic piece that ties him directly to the animated team aesthetic. While the accessory loadout is light, the figure itself more than makes up for it with a sculpt that captures that classic Super Friends energy. Let's talk articulation. It is exactly what we've come to expect from this line. Head swivel, elbow and knee bends, and a waist swivel. I've got to say, these figures are surprisingly flexible for the animated aesthetic. The joints in the elbows and the shoulders and the knees, they were very, very tight on my figures. Heat them up before you start posing them, or just be really, really careful when posing them, especially with Cheetah, as her limbs are just a little bit on the skinny side and we don't want them breaking. Cool? Awesome. The paint apps are fantastic, right down to the Flash symbol being all yellow, just like in the cartoon. And yes, Cheetah comes with a tail. The Flash and Cheetah are both classic running characters, so naturally, I had to put them in some dynamic sprint poses to show off that sweet articulation. Just for fun and continuity, shout out to my OCD, I threw Captain Cold into a full-on dash as well. Does it make sense canonically? Absolutely not. But visually, chef's kiss. It's like he suddenly decided to chase the Flash instead of freezing. Honestly, the lineup looks like a Saturday morning foot race. And I'm not mad about it. The collection is growing, and I couldn't be happier. Super Friends was a huge part of my childhood. The kind of show that made Saturday mornings feel like a sacred ritual. You'd grab your cereal, park yourself in front of the TV, and let the heroic chaos unfold. Seeing McFarlane bring that animated magic to life in figure form, it hits different. It's not just the plastic, it's memory molded in 6-inch scale. Hey, I've got to hand it to Todd. Wow, I just said something nice about Todd. Somebody write that down. Hopefully it doesn't go to his head, or worse, inspire another Batman variant with a slightly different shade of gray. Credit where credit is due. The line is delivering on the nostalgia, and for collectors like me who grew up with these characters, it's getting a second chance to build the Hall of Justice one figure at a time. We've got 3 solid additions in hand: the Flash, Captain Cold, and Cheetah. Each one brings something unique to the show, whether it's speedster flair, icy villainy, or feline ferocity. And they're helping flesh out both the Justice League and the Legion of Doom sides of the Super Friends universe. That leaves me with 2 more to hunt down, Superman and Toyman. And let's be honest, tracking these down, it's part of the collector journey. The thrill of the chase, the occasional Walmart miracle, and the satisfaction of finally completing a wave. Thanks for joining me at this look of 3 of the 5 figures from Wave 2. It's always a blast diving into these releases, especially when they tap into that deep vein of nostalgia. The kind that makes you feel like a kid again, racing home to catch Super Friends reruns, and dreaming up epic battles with your action figures. If and when I get my hands on the final 2, Superman and Toyman, you can bet I'll be back on your screens with a full review, more posing antics, and probably another rant about communicator accessories. Seriously, Todd, just give us a little variety. I'll break down the sculpts, the articulation, the paint apps, and yes, I'll probably try to get Toyman into some ridiculous pose just to see how far his joints can go. Until then, keep your shelves heroic and your toy hunts legendary. Whether you're hitting up Walmart, refreshing online listings, or trading tips with fellow collectors, remember, it's not just about the figures. It's about the stories we tell, the memories we relive, and the joy of building something that feels uniquely ours. Stay minty, stay fresh, and I'll see you next time. Bye.